How does manifestation actually work? In this video, I want to talk about the basics of manifestation. This is going to be useful both for those of you who are just discovering manifestation and those of you who are more advanced conscious manifestors. For those of you who are beginning, this is going to be a good video to understand how it works so that you know what to do, what not to do, or whatever you're doing if that's the thing you want to continue with. And for those of you who are more advanced, I know it from my own experience that the more we learn and the more we manifest things consciously, for some reason the human mind tends to want to complicate things. And my whole channel is built on this idea of not complicating manifestation. And if you have watched other videos on my channel, I often tend to go back to the basics to explain any concept in manifestation. So I thought, why not make a video about it, just explaining manifestation and helping everyone to go back to the simple basics. Literally. So welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and I'm a manifestation coach. On this channel, I teach the law of assumption as taught by Neville Goddard, while I'm also keeping it simple and practical so that you can take it and apply it to your own manifestations right away. And this video is going to be very particularly about simple and practical. So if that's what you were looking for, you are definitely in the right place. So please subscribe and stay for more. And if you happen to need additional help and guidance with your manifestations, please feel free to book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. Something to really understand and a must to accept actually about manifestation is that you are manifesting whether you're conscious of it or not. So with videos like this and channels like mine, you are not learning to manifest, but you are learning to control what you manifest. Because just because you stop doing your mental work, it doesn't mean you stop manifesting. The reason I mention this specifically is because of your comments. And I have been asked a lot about stuff like tarot, astrology, and other spiritual practices like that. Those don't matter because it's your mind manifesting, and those are also manifestations of your own mind. But more specifically, when you follow spiritual practices like that, for some reason, everyone has started mentioning manifestation to right and left. And it can sound sometimes like you are only manifesting what you are consciously manifesting. And that's not the case. You are always manifesting, but when you become conscious of it, you choose what experiences to manifest. I hope this made sense because this is super important. Because you can only experience on the outside what you have manifested, which means you can only experience on the outside which you have already experienced on the inside in some form. With some things you have very strong assumptions. With other things it's something you keep thinking, so it actually becomes an assumption or a belief. You keep imagining stuff. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And this is the reason why sometimes people have a hard time accepting that they manifested the bad things. Your mind doesn't choose what to manifest. It manifests what you impress on the subconscious mind. Your mind is, maybe we can say divided in two minds, but no, that's actually not a good word because it's the same mind. Your mind has two parts to it. One is conscious, one is subconscious. The subconscious mind is the part of your mind that doesn't question anything. Whatever sinks in, it executes. So it manifests. The conscious mind works based on your subconscious programming. So your conscious thoughts actually come from your subconscious programming, which means that the over-analyzing that you do sometimes, the conclusions that you jump to sometimes, they are all based on your current programming. So if you just pay attention to what's going on in your conscious mind, like your conscious thoughts, there is a big chance that you are going to figure out what's going on in your subconscious, because you can't get into the subconscious in that sense, but you know your conscious thoughts. Your conscious thoughts are not random. They are your programming. So for example, very common example, a lot of you are manifesting specific people. Let's say you text the person, they don't text back. What is your reaction? That reaction tells you about, for example, your self-concept. For some people, they are either not going to dwell on it or just think that the person just didn't reply because they didn't have time right away. They're going to reply, so I'm just going to go about my day. Other people overanalyze and overcomplicate it so much that they start finding problems that maybe weren't even there. The person doesn't love me, the person doesn't care about me, there's someone else, and what have you. These type of thoughts come from your current subconscious programming. What do you believe about yourself? Like, why would your person treat you like that? Are you not deserving of love? Are you just not being respected just in general? Or do you have some specific assumptions about that person and relationships, etc.? And all those things continue manifesting for as long as you keep thinking and believing. When you start consciously manifesting something, you start changing the story about it in your own mind. Usually, when people manifest things consciously, especially when there's another person involved, so a specific person, but the same goes for money or other things that you may manifest. The focus is a lot on the outside, on the other person, their treatment of me, their words, their behavior, and all that. In reality, manifestation happens in your mind. That's all you need in order to manifest. But when your focus becomes a lot on them, you sort of lose contact with yourself, with your own imagination. So once you have accepted the fact that everything on the outside is your manifestation, because you can only experience life like that through manifesting it. And if you can keep reminding yourself of this, your reactions to the 3D will become less dramatic and less negative. Because that reaction only tells your mind that this is the truth. I am being treated horribly, or I just can't seem to have enough money, or my health is ruined forever, also because the doctor said that. So you take physical facts as universal facts. The truth is that if you change your mind, not change your mind, if you change your story in your mind, the physical facts are going to follow. So the pure basics in manifestation is, what story am I holding about this situation, and what story do I want to experience instead? And this is where techniques come in. A lot of people I have noticed lately shy away from technique. Oh, it's not the technique that manifests. You shouldn't be doing techniques because you didn't do techniques to manifest the old stuff. So the truth is that you were thinking thoughts when you manifested that other thing or your current reality. The truth is that you were imagining. These are parts of you that you can't separate from you. You are thinking thoughts and you are imagining stuff. And that imagination includes inner conversations. It includes all your senses just in your imagination. You were doing that. Now, when you are manifesting, what you are doing is you are doing it on purpose. So it becomes a technique. So I use that word and I don't see the problem. We do techniques. So, for example, affirming. With affirming, just like with visualization and inner conversation, you choose a story that you tell yourself in that way, and you do it consciously. And you do it on purpose, and you do it repeatedly. When you do that, at some point that becomes natural to you. So it becomes your story. So it becomes on autopilot. So it starts manifesting on autopilot. You can't just decide. I had a client some time ago who came to me and complained about this, that I hear a lot of people, coaches, manifestation coaches, say that you are God, you have to decide and that's it. And she said it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work, because you have to understand that you are God in your human form, and your mind has laws and it works in a certain way that you can't just bypass. If you have an assumption that is not favorable, and you one day just decide, okay, from now on I'm rich. If that other story comes up in your mind that no, you're not rich, that didn't help. Then you need to repeat that story enough times so that your mind accepts it and manifests it. That is why techniques are, I don't understand why people shy away from the word technique. It's a technique. If you do it on purpose, it's a technique. If you don't want to call it a technique, don't. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's just that you do the work until it becomes natural in your mind. When you're manifesting something consciously to change the 3D world, what you are actually doing is you're changing your own beliefs and assumptions and stories and imagination about it. Once that has changed, the 3D has to follow. Now, how things come to pass is never our job to figure out. When you start getting caught in how about this, how about that, what if this, what if that, how is this ever going to happen, you never really get to the end goal. Leave the how every time you want to discuss in your mind how this could possibly happen. A lot of times people jump to the conclusion that there's no way it can happen because I can't see how it could possibly happen in the 3D, so this doesn't matter, so you give up on your manifestation. Leave it. Your job is to imagine or think your desired outcome until it becomes solidified in your mind, so that becomes your new story and it becomes natural, and then it has to manifest. Your subconscious mind is that infinite intelligence that knows exactly how to bring something to pass. Another thing that I highly recommend is to not treat your imagination, the God part of you, as a human being. We often take our human thinking, human limitations into our imagination. The stuff like now I'm thinking like, oh, you have to be grateful, otherwise the universe doesn't give you what you want. You need to be grateful for what you have. And these are all rules that people make up, like specifically about that. Feeling grateful is a technique that I myself use to manifest, but I use it as I am grateful for having the thing that I want to manifest, but I'm grateful for having it right now because it gets me into the state of having it right now. And that is what techniques are for. Even when you are affirming, I am loved, I am in this relationship, I am wealthy. Techniques don't manifest, but they get you into the state that eventually manifests. So I don't know why I brought up this grateful topic. It's a whole different topic, but just to finish it since I've started, you often hear, again, mostly from not people who are not manifestors specifically. Oh, you need to be grateful for your current life so that you can manifest your desired dream life. That's just not how it works. Your mind manifests what you keep focusing on as true. So if you currently have a car that's just not working well, and you want to manifest a better car, you being grateful for your current car is going to manifest more of your current car, not your desired car. So what you would do in this case is you want to be grateful for having your desired car already, even if it's not yet true in the 3D. That's how manifestation works with everything. You can choose gratitude. You can simply choose to state it, that I have this car now, I'm driving it. Or you can imagine having it, and it goes the same for the car, for the money, for the body, for your specific person, for your relationship, for your anything that you want to manifest. So what manifests in reality is what you believe to be true. If there's something that you want but you don't believe to be true, you don't believe it to be true, this doesn't mean that you can't manifest. This means that you need to do the said techniques to habituate your mind to start getting familiar with the idea that you are the person who has it, you are the person who is in that situation, etc. So I have videos where I explain how to manifest if you don't believe, because just because you don't believe and you can't actually start out by believing you have $1 million if you're struggling with money. It's just not going to happen. But this doesn't mean that you can't manifest the $1 million. What this means is that you need to start thinking the thoughts that habituate your mind to the idea of having those $1 million. And when that's done, the money is going to come. Same goes for your relationship and specific person. So that's it. That's basically it. Manifestation is an inside job. Manifestation is you working with your mind, with your own beliefs, with your own imagination until you shape it to your liking. And then the 3D follows. And make sure that you don't affirm for a little and then go check the 3D. Because the 3D can only happen if it has already happened in your mind. If you are noticing that nothing is really happening in the 3D, it's not changing and it's getting annoying, get back into your mind and ask yourself, but have I changed? Has my assumption changed? So these are the basic things to understand about manifestation, and this is the kind of video that I would ask you to come back to. If you are not understanding what to do, if you are overcomplicating it, stop everything, go inside your mind, and just understand that the 3D only depends on you, no one else, not your specific person, not your boss, not the economy, and also not the doctor. In all cases, I would say, but as Joseph Murphy says, if you have a physical problem, go to the doctor. Let the doctor do their job. You do your job, which is assuming you are healthy. Because your mind is eventually what is going to manifest. And this is also where taking action comes in. This is also a topic that is thrown around mostly by people who aren't conscious manifestors, but I hear this a lot. I heard this. I don't know if this is still a thing. I think it is. Again, because of comments and from what I hear from my clients, that you need to take action in order to manifest stuff. You need to take inspired action. I have videos about that also. I'm going to link all those things in the description box below, so please check that out. I'm not going to go into inspired action in this one. I will link the videos and the playlists below, but the 3D actions that you take have no say in your manifestation because your mind is still the one that is manifesting. So it's always mind over matter. Always keep that in mind and come back to this video if you think that you're overcomplicating it and making your life harder. Or this video could also be for those of you who are confused by all that information that is available out there. So my point with this video was to really just lay the ground once again, and this is a good thing to do once in a while, because I have a lot of new subscribers on this channel who are new to manifesting also. So I'm really happy to have you here, and this video is going to be very helpful for you if you have questions about how does this work, what do I need to do in order to manifest. The one tool you need to manifest is your mind. So how you use it is something you need to figure out yourself and with your coach. Affirming, visualizing, how you do those things. I also have videos about techniques. I will link it all down below. This video is going to have a lot of links to videos and techniques in the description, so please make sure to check that out. Let me know in the comments if you have other specific questions about manifesting. I would like to know what bothers you, and I would like to base my videos on topics that interest you. And also, by the way, let me know in the comments if you have made this far. Let me know in the comments how the sound of this video was, because the sound of the last video, I received a lot of comments saying that it was too low. That wasn't the intention. I think I have fixed it. So please let me know how this one is, so I know how to do the videos going forward. And if you need any additional help with your manifestations, or you need guidance, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The coaching link is in the description box below. You are very welcome to book a coaching session with me. I would be happy to help you. And have a beautiful day, and see you in the next video.